House is resumed for the extending sitting. Call Government Order of the Day number 1.
Nā mana whenua o Tamaki Makaurau Collective Redress Bill, second reading.
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Mr Speaker, I move that the Nā mana whenua o Tamaki Makaurau Collective Redress Bill be now read a second time. This bill is the result of very intensive negotiations between the Crown and 13 iwi and hapu of Auckland between 2009 and 2012. It differs from other treaty bills in that it does not settle historical claims or provide financial redress. Rather, it takes an innovative approach by providing to the iwi and the hapu in the Tamaki region collective redress which recognises their complex interconnected interests. In this way, the bill provides an important component to the settlement of the individual claims of the participating iwi who are at various stages in their negotiations with the Crown. Some iwi, like Ngāti Whātua o Kaipara, are now settled. Many will conclude their negotiations this year, and for almost all other groups, negotiations are underway and are progressing well. The bill provides collective redress to the 13 iwi and hapu of Ngā mana whenua o Tamaki Makaurau, a body otherwise known as the Tamaki Collective. Members of the collective are Ngāi ki Tamaki, Ngāti Maru, Ngāti Paua, Ngāti Tamaoho, Ngāti Tamatara, Ngāti Tiata, Ngāti Whanonga, Ngāti Whātua o Kaipara, Ngāti Whātua o Rākei, Te Akitai, Te Karau Maki, with whom we signed just a couple of weeks ago, Te Patukirikiri, and Te Runanga o Ngāti Whātua, headed by that great New Zealander, Nada Glavish. A key aspect of the redress provided in the bill is the transfer to the Tamaki Collective of 14 of Auckland's volcanic cones. These maunga will be held as reserves for the common benefit of the Tamaki Collective and the people of Auckland. Third-party interests and public access over them will be protected. The maunga will be governed by a body made up of representatives of the Tamaki Collective and Auckland Council, called the Tupuna Maunga o Tamaki Makaurau Authority, or the Maunga Authority. And if I can put on another hat as Minister of Culture and Heritage, I can say I've been working with UNESCO over the last year to see if it will be possible for the Maunga to receive World Heritage recognition. It's a big project and it's one that will take some time to achieve, if at all, but we're underway on that as well. Other collective redress includes the vesting of 4 islands in the Tamaki Collective and their subsequent vesting back in the Crown. A right of first refusal for 172 years over Crown-owned lands and certain Crown entity-owned land that becomes surplus is also provided for, and that is a very, very important aspect of the relief. Mr Speaker, last year the Maori Affairs Committee considered the bill and the issues raised in the submissions. It received 9 submissions, which they heard in Auckland, and it was very, very encouraging that the overarching message of these submissions was one of support for the bill. I acknowledge the time that committee spends on treaty settlement legislation. In this, as with other bills, the committee has done an excellent job. Mr Speaker, once again I want to acknowledge the hard work of the iwi leaders of the Tamaki Collective, and I particularly want to mention Paul Majuri, who has a very busy legal practice but provides fantastic leadership to the Tamaki Collective, and I salute him for his contribution to his own iwi, Ngāti Maru, and also to the work of the Tamaki Collective. I want to acknowledge the support of Mayor Len Brown and the Auckland Council. They have been very, very supportive of the maunga relief and have worked hard with the Crown so that we could get to this stage. I would thank ministers, my parliamentary colleagues and departments and agencies who have contributed to this bill. Finally, I acknowledge the tremendous work which was initiated by Sir Douglas Graham in 2009. Things were a bit of a mess when we came into office in 2008. He is the one who brought the various iwi together and started to talk about the way in which we could plot a way forward. And more recently, the Chief Crown Negotiator in the region, Michael Drever, who has done a phenomenal job over the last few years in working through both the collective redress and also with the iwi and hapu, not only of Tamaki, but also extending down right into Hauraki. Mr. Speaker, this bill provides an important step towards addressing the historical claims of the iwi and the hapu of Tamaki. I very much look forward to the bill progressing to the third reading to give effect to this innovative and groundbreaking redress, and I commend the legislation to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Honourable Shane Jones.
Tēnā tātou katoa, I roto I tēnei ata, ia